a lot of us do not believe we have an unhealthy relationship with food. When it comes to, say, you want to lose weight, for example, you maybe you start at first. You start with cutting out all the foods that make sense to you, all the foods you enjoy, everything that gives you life when it comes to food, and then you try going at this for a while. Let's say, for example, you go on this September challenge where you're like, no soda, no bread, no sweets, just fruits and whole foods and all of that. And at the end of 1 week or maybe 2 weeks down the line, you're like, I can't continue like this. I can't sustain this anymore. And then you find yourself going back to binging on all these foods and binging on all the food, meaning you start to, eat more than you would normally eat on a regular day. Say maybe you've not been eating bread for a very long time, and then you find bread after a while, and then you just can't help yourself. You just keep eating and eating and eating, and it's like you miss this so much and you can't stop. It's a normal phenomenon for everybody that has been on this path. What this shows you is that you have a relationship with food where you feel like some foods are good for you, some foods are bad, and then because you have conditioned yourself so much to diet in such a way that is not sustainable for you, you're always going to see food as, let me enjoy this now until I am not allowed to eat it. Give yourself the what's called unconditional permission to eat. When you do this, dieting becomes easier. You know that you can eat this food anytime. I didn't understand what it was until I started studying more about nutrition and emotions. I knew that for me to heal, when I healed my relationship with food, I had to start seeing food as an available resource. Like, it's always going to be here. I'm not going to miss out on anything. So when I started doing that, I was able to say no to certain foods that people would be like, oh my God, it's pizza, it's ice cream, I have to like eat. Because I knew I can always eat that food regardless of whatever journey I might be on. Maybe I'm on a fat loss journey or weight gain journey, whatever journey I'm on. I started to look at these highly palatable foods, right? Really processed food. Like, it's always there. Cold soda ice cream, it's always there. I can always go and get it whenever I want. I'm not missing out on not having it now. And because a lot of us have this attitude of, I am not allowed to eat this, because you do not allow yourself eat that mentally. You're eating it physically because maybe tomorrow I might be on a diet and they'll tell me not to eat this. So that is why when we see someone eating vegetables, you're like, you're on a diet. However, another reason maybe you don't like vegetable is because you are so used to eating really sweet foods that vegetables would not taste as nice. Think about it. When you're always eating really sweet, highly palatable foods, like high in sugar, high spicy food and all that, because vegetables do not taste as palatable as that. Vegetables are yummy, they're palatable, but you would not know this because you are not used to it. That is why someone that is used to eating a lot of vegetables would taste a very high, let's say, take ice cream or something really sweet and like, it's too sweet, because their taste buds are not used to it, right? So, or maybe when you travel to a different country and you find that their food is spicier, or maybe their food is more tastier because it has a lot of seasoning, or maybe a lot more salt than you're used to. Your taste bud is just not used to that yet, so you're not used to vegetables, right? And this is one of the reasons you might not want to eat whole foods, because to you they're not sweet and you're just craving that sweetness. But if you give it time, if you give your body time to adapt, the truth is that your body can adapt to anything. Your body can adapt to anything. That is why when it comes to exercising, your body adapts. That is why you don't lose weight with exercising. What your body does is your body adapts to the amount of stress you expose it to. So when you're strength training, you're doing resistance training, your body starts to take the shape of someone that does resistance training. What I mean by this is that your body starts to adjust to be able to accommodate this new lifestyle. If you are not used to walking, maybe you're new to exercising, right? And then you start walking, you start exercising, the body starts. That's why it's easier for you to build muscle faster when you are new to exercising, because your body is trying to bring everything together to help you process this new lifestyle faster. Right? So this is just a test board of everything, and I hope you enjoyed this talk of mine. Let's go through what we have done.